The World Cup stress test. Chainlink is the exclusive Oracle infrastructure for the 2026 FIFA World Cup official prediction markets, handling the settlement for a tournament projected to generate over $2 billion in trading volume. This is not a pilot program. It is a full-scale stress test of a new architecture called the Chainlink Runtime Environment. By moving the resolution of millions of bets onto a decentralized execution layer, the protocol is attempting to prove it can handle massive real-world event data without the latency of legacy Oracle feeds. This transition is less about the matches themselves and more about the underlying infrastructure required to automate global markets in real time. This scale is what is driving the immediate shift toward a more complex orchestration model. The death of the Oracle feed. The transition marks the end of the standalone Oracle feed. On September 1, 2026, Chainlink will shut down its functions mainnet, forcing every developer to migrate to the new environment. Unlike the old model of simple data requests, the unit of execution is now a workflow. Developers compile TypeScript or Go logic into WebAssembly modules that run across a decentralized network. These modules do not just fetch data. They execute complex off-chain logic and then trigger multiple on-chain actions across different blockchains simultaneously. With the release of the command line interface version 1.18.0 this June, the protocol is effectively becoming a decentralized operating system, where the Oracle is just the driver for a larger execution cluster. This architecture is designed to handle the high-throughput demands of global financial infrastructure, quadrillions, and institutional plumbing. Institutional players are already using this orchestration layer to solve the settlement friction that costs the industry nearly $1 trillion annually. The Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation recently integrated the environment for its collateral app chain, targeting a Q4 2026 launch to automate asset valuation and margining for quadrillions in securities transactions. By standardizing these workflows through ISO 20022 compliant messaging, the protocol is moving into the essential plumbing of global finance. This is where the engineering trade-offs become critical. The signal under the noise. The shift to the Chainlink Runtime Environment reveals a fundamental pivot in the architecture of decentralized finance. By moving from simple data delivery to WebAssembly-based orchestration, the protocol has moved toward an execution model that looks more like a global back-office than a data feed. The mandatory migration from legacy services and the adoption by institutions like the DTCC indicate that the industry is moving away from the idea of just connecting to the real world and toward executing in a hybrid environment. For the analysts and developers in this audience, the metric that matters is no longer total value secured by price feeds, but the complexity and volume of these cross-chain workflows. This design choice prioritizes complex business logic over the simple on-chain connectivity of the past. The success of this experiment depends on whether a decentralized network can maintain its security guarantees while taking on the computational load of global financial systems. The specific indicator to watch next is the launch of confidential compute services later this year, which will determine if private institutional data can finally be processed on public infrastructure without compromising security. Subscribe for more.